This is a Peugeot 205 GTI, and we're about to change everything about it. The Peugeot 205 GTI is one of those cars that needs very little introduction. It's lightweight, simple, and still regarded as one of the best hot hatches ever produced. For a lot of people, this is a car you restore, not modify, and we can completely understand why. Some people are going to hate what we're about to do to this car, but if this was an original, untouched example, we would not be doing this to it. Now, this car is owned by a very good friend of mine, Iwan Thomas. Now, he's a gold medalist, 400-meter runner, and he's just bought this car. Now, it's already been modified before he bought it. This car was never originally a GTI. It's been modified, it's been completely stripped, a full shell build on an automatic body shell. It's had an MI 16 valve engine put into it with a GTI 6 6-speed gearbox. It's got a roll cage, got Gen V throttle bodies. It's got GTI 6 big brakes all round. This is a fully built car, and it's the perfect example to start with. Our job now is all about pushing this car further than Peugeot ever intended and making this a true one-of-one wide-bodied crazy car for Ewan, and everything we do from now on is permanent. Now, we are going full on with modifications on this car. Now, we are going to fit a full dimmer wide arch body kit on this and a huge spoiler on the back of a T16 rally car. It's going to get mental. We're also going custom color, repainting the roll cage, custom seats, 17-inch wheels on the front, 18s on the back, which will be custom designed and made, and a big brake kit. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to do on this, but it's going to look insane when finished. Now, here we have two parts of the dimmer body kit. Now, if you're into max power cars or you've been to the car scene since the 90s, you'll remember the dimmer body kits. They were wild. Everyone wanted them. They were the best kit you could get. This is a genuine dimmer body kit, which looks really cool, but it is also very dated. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fit this and make this even wider, doing some mad modifications to the back, fitting a big spoiler on the back, which we're gonna get into later. But these are not just gonna be a simple bolt-on. With any body kit, it takes a lot of work. One thing we're gonna have to do is figure this out as we go. First things first, take the front wing off, see how well this one fits. Right, so we've got the first test fit of the front wing, which Dan has put on. Now, I've never yet fitted a body kit that's good. They're okay, but they always need work, and this one needs work, and it's different, both sides, different problems, basically. And it's pretty good, but if you can see here, it came pre-drilled, which Dan's had to file out so we can get some movement on the wing to get the panel gap where we want it in relation to the bonnet. But you can see there, too much has been trimmed off the back edge and we can't even get that hole. So we're gonna have to add some fiberglass onto the back there and trim it and put the hole where we need it. The other side is actually fine. So there's problems there that we're gonna have to do. The top here is completely the wrong shape and it's almost like it's twisted. So we're gonna have to add some fiberglass into the back there and sand it to shape so it needs to almost have a twist to it, which you can't do because it's fiberglass. So we've got some work to do there. On the inside edge, we've got a couple of little lips, which is for bolts, basically. You can see that one. You can get your finger in there and you can't just pull it back because it'll snap. So that's gonna have to be cut off, put where we need it, and then fiberglass between the two. That one we don't need. So that one can come off, although we could use it if we really needed to and put a riv nut in there, but it's a fiberglass panel, we don't need it, it wasn't there as standard, so we'll chop that one off and trim it all to shape. So it's all these little bits and problems that we need to get perfect so that eventually when this is on, it won't look like a factory panel, but it needs to fit as good as a factory panel would have done. Now there's a lot going on this panel.
As you can imagine, it's a full quarter. Now, this is a really good body kit. It's really good quality, well-made body kit, but it needs a lot of trimming to get it to fit. And you can see it's been trimmed down a little bit already. It's been trimmed around here so we can just get it on. And it's flush at the back there, but it's not lipping around the front. So what we're going to do, take this lip off. And you can imagine with a body kit, if you've got that lip sitting around there, that would sit in your door gap, and you're going to lose your door gap, which we don't want, even if it did fit. So we're going to be trimming that off so that fits. Eventually, when it's bonded on, this will bond directly to the quarter panel. This will get trimmed a little bit more so it sits flush to the body. That will get bonded on as well. You're still going to be able to open the rear quarter window as well. Around the back, that will get trimmed as well and bonded on. So as much as possible, it's going to be bonded and flat to the car, so we can bond it with a 2-pack adhesive. So that's not going to go anywhere. Eventually, we're going to be putting 18-inch wheels on this car, so we're going to have to tub it as well. The inner arches of the fiberglass part will get trimmed back as well, because the wheel needs to sit up there a little bit. And then on top of that, we've got a few other changes as well. All right, so this here is the new spoiler for the car, or it should be. Now, this is a replica of a T16 205 rally car spoiler, but you can see the quality of this is absolutely shocking. We paid £500 for this. It's not even worth £50. I wouldn't even pay £50 for it. It's shocking quality. You can see all the lumps and bumps on it. I mean, you got foam in there. It's delaminating already. Now, this is the new part, it's been made. So this is going to go back. We're going to get a better quality one. And it's going to fit on the back of the car, off the boot. It's going to have 2 uprights on it. It's going to look insane, but it's going to look absolutely awesome when it's finished with everything else we've got going on. So this gets me quite excited. So Dan has been busy, as you can see, on the car, and the kit is fully fitted now as a pre-fit. That's all it is. It's just getting the kit to fit to the car at the moment. This wing has had more work than the rest of it at the moment, and we'll pop the bonnet in a second, but that flange has all been done now, and we've got to do that to the other side. This section here has been worked as well, although it still needs more work. Again, at this point, it's just about getting everything on the car and seeing how panels fit with the rest, and making sure that we've got gaps where we need the gaps. So there's been a lot of work to get it to this point, but now it's all the detail work. You can see the front bumper as well, and it is a little bit deeper than the original bumper. And this car is already lowered, but you can see we've still got quite an arch gap there, which is kind of reminiscent of the rally cars. Moving around here, you can see the side step. Now, this has had a massive amount of work and already a load of material cut off it. It came around all the way to the top, and it was a completely wrong shape for the car. It was nothing like that shape, so that's been cut off. The other side has been done already, but what we're gonna have to do is extend this so we've just got a nice little body gap, 2-3 mil between the sill and the car, and we'll put a seal down there. That will also have a piece of angle which we'll make, and that will get riveted to the car so that can sit on it. That will then get bolted underneath as well to the sill. So there's a lot of work to do in that. You can see we've had to cut it there as well, all the way down the length. We've had to extend the front arch as well, because there was a big gap there. You could get your fingers down. So that's had some extensions done to it. Of course, the flange that we spoke about earlier, that is now cut off, and we've got to extend that. This has all been cut as well, just to lower it and get it sitting right. You can see it just goes on. This was under too much tension. It was all pulling out and twisting the whole panel. So we've had to slice that all the way down there. This section will get bonded to the car then. This will get bonded. Of course, we've got a few self-tappers just holding it in place at the moment. That's all they're for. They will all get removed, of course, and all that will get bonded on. Of course, we've got the relief cuts there as well, just because it didn't fit that curvature perfectly. Of course, this is a good kit. It's a really good kit. It's well made, but things move, you know, especially when they're making them, and they're only as good as the molds that they come out of. And we're seeing the differences in one side to the other as well, which is all usual. You always find these problems when you got in, you know, fitting full body kits. So of course that's been sliced down there. You can see how out that was. That's touching that flange, that's touching that flange, and it's butted up there. And you've got that 4 mil gap there. So that's been sliced, spread apart. We've got to add some glass to there. This hole there is what dictated where the panel needed to be. So that's all centralized. That's been cut out so we can put that where we want it, because we've got too much of a gap there. It was sitting too far this way, so we cut that out. That can get bonded into place down there eventually and re-glassed into the panel. That's been sectioned around there so that can sit back as well. Rear bumper, to be fair, is brilliant. It's just fitted. Now coming around this side, very much off the same. Less of a gap there, but it's had to be sliced. Just some green fiber fill on there at the moment to keep things into place. Then we can take them off and then we can fiberglass that from the back on a trestle. Sliced around there. Again, it's up to there, but what we will do is when this gets fitted eventually and properly, which will come in the next video, we'll be sanding this down a lot, maybe from the back, a little bit from the front. And so there's less of a ledge there, because of course, when we bond this to the car, we're gonna have to fill over this area and blend it. What we want is to minimize the risk of sinking, filler sinking and whatnot, which we will do with heat lamps and things, and you know, it will be on there for quite a while before we end up filling it and priming it and whatnot. But the less filler they use, the better. So what we'll do is sand that down as thin as possible on the edge, so it minimizes the amount of filler that you need, which also minimizes the amount of sinking, to keep these repairs looking perfect for as long as possible, because fiberglass does move. And then you can see on this side exactly what we got to do to the other side. This is 90% done now, so it just looks finished. Nice even gap all the way down. Now this will need mounting first, mounting on there, and then we can just sand that to the perfect gap. We've got an extension done in there. This has all been glassed because, of course, before you could get your fingers between there and the door. That's been fiberglass. We've got a nice door gap all the way down. That will have to get done to the other side. And on this side, we've got more of the same to do. It fits differently there to the other side, so we've got some more work to do there. A little bit of trim in there, so we've got a nice gap down there. Bumpers, when the wings are in place, we've had to slice it around here and mount the wing nicely. Once that's done, we can proof fit the bumper and get that perfect. Then once we've got everything fitting perfectly, then we can start glassing it and filling it and sanding it and getting everything ready for primer. But we got some big changes that are gonna happen to this. One of the things I don't like is this massive arch gap. We got some big ideas for that, and we got some big ideas for the back as well to make this car stand out from all the rest. But if you wanna know what we're gonna do, you have to check out the next video, which will be coming in a few weeks, hopefully. So yeah, like, subscribe. This is gonna be awesome. This is one getting us excited.